Alright, welcome to another project by me, the Valeting Girl. So today I am dealing with a Ford Ranger. I'm going to be doing a full valet on this. So it's a complete 3-stage safe wash, and then we decontaminate the paints. So we get rid of all the tar and any other contaminants that are on the paintwork, such as things like diesel particles, airline fuel, all things like that. They stick to the paint. And then we're going to put a 12-month wax on it, and then it is going to have a deep clean on the inside. So here she is. Obviously we live in the country, so it's quite dirty on the arches, quite a bit of mud up there. Obviously the passenger side is worse because being in the country, that's where all the mud is. So here we go. We'll give all these arches a really deep clean. So this will be 3-stage safe wash. I'll go through that later. We'll then decontaminate it. Here's the rear arch, so that'll all be deep cleaned. The wheels will all be deep cleaned as well. There we go. And then in here will also be cleaned. Then we'll move on to the inside. Full leather seats, so these will all be cleaned. All the mud gotten rid of. There's a few marks on the lining as well, so we'll get rid of them. Here we go, see, more leather, nice and shiny, so that needs cleaning. Shiny leather is dirty leather. And the steering wheel is very shiny as well. So yeah, stay tuned with me and I'll show you how it goes. Okay, so car is now in position. So what I'm going to do is going to start off the wheels. I always do the wheels as a completely separate part before I have touched the car. So I'm going to head and pre-wash the wheels with some breakaway to get rid of all the brake dust, and then I will give them a deep clean, including all the arches. Okay, so let me explain to you the importance of a pre-wash on the wheels. So as you saw earlier, this is the front driver's side wheel, and it was filthy with brake dust. Now it looks pretty clean now, doesn't it? All I have done is put breakaway on it. Now what that is designed to do is to break down all the brake dust that's built up on the alloy. You leave that to dwell for 5 minutes, and then I have simply jet washed it off. I've got right in here to get it all out of there. Jet washed all this. I then jet washed the tyre, and I've also jet washed the arches to get most of the mud off. So now it can be washed. So it looks clean, but it's still not. But what I've done here is actually remove all the dirt, so I'm not going to actually be moving it all over the alloy, because if you do that you'll end up scratching it. Just like the paintwork, you don't want dirt on the paintwork. We get the dirt off the wheel before we wash it. Okay, so the wheels are all done. We're going to move on to the engine bay, because this is part of our full detail package, that we do the engine bay as well. So having a look at it here, it's mainly dust more than anything. It's not muddy at all. Up here needs a good scrub. So we'll give this a citrus wash and then scrub it down with some engine cleaner. Give this a go as well, and then when we get it inside, we'll blow dry the whole engine and dress it as well. So I've now been working on this car for about an hour. All I have done so far is each over the wheels, wheel arches, they're all clean. They will get a further snow foam and a rinse when I do the rest of the car. I've also just done the engine bay, given that a citrus wash and then a good scrub. Most important thing is you don't jet wash directly into the engine bay, more of a mist just to get it all off, okay? When it goes indoors, I will then blow dry it with our blow and then dress it all. So I'm now going to move on to the body. I'm going to do a pre-wash on this. We will then snow foam it. What that will do is it will soften all the dirt that is on the paintwork, and then when I rinse that off, the dirt will just fall off. I can then do a touch wash without causing too much damage to the paint. Okay guys, little tip for you. If when you open your fuel cap you see you have a little puddle of water after it's drained, it's because your drainage hole is blocked. So down under here is a little hole where all the water should drain away. Now 9 out of 10 cars that I do, this is always blocked. So when I jet wash off the car, what I will do is I will clean that out to help all the water to drain away. So yeah, if you ever see that when you filling up your car with fuel, you just need to clear out the little drainage hole to help it drain away. So once again, I'll show you the power of a pre-wash. I haven't touched the car, all I've done is citrus washed it and snow foamed and jet washed it off. Jet washed off this panel. This is the panel I haven't yet touched. Sorry, my shadow's in the way. But there you go, power of a pre-wash. Get all the dirt off the car that you can before you actually touch it. Okay, we're on the next stage of our wash now. It's been brought inside, all been touch washed and cleaned. Rich is over there. So now we're going to go ahead and do the decontamination of it. So it looks pretty clean from the distance here. Come close, lots of tar. There's some pollen spots on there, lots of contamination that we're going to get off. We will use a tar remover first of all, melt off all the tar, and then after that we'll put a fallout all over it to get out anything that's on the paintwork. That will then be agitated to make it work to the best of its ability. Okay, so we're back outside now. I did the decontamination and we've snow foamed it and rinsed it all off. I've then examined the paintwork to make sure that we've got all contaminants off, but we haven't. I don't know if you can actually see there, but it's all still on the paintwork, all those little spots. So the contamination on this car was so bad that the first layer of the chemical decontamination hasn't actually got it all off. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and hit it with a second decontamination stage. So we don't just do stages and then that's it, I've done it. If it needs repeating, I'm repeating again, I will do that. I'm looking for a specific outcome with this car and striving for perfection. So I'll keep going until I hit that goal. outside's all been done, everything's been polished. Let me show you. So the wax has all been put on. All these have been polished, all the chrome bits on the front, so we're now on the interior. I'm just giving it a very quick hoover around. What I'm going to do now is move on to the leather, because the leather of this is quite bad. So let me just put this seat back here and I can show you. So if you look at the steering wheel here, when you can see there the dirt built into it, it's also quite shiny, meaning that it's quite dirty. This here is very shiny. So obviously that's all dirty, so we're going to use a dedicated leather cleaner to clean all this up. We'll go sort of section by section on the chair with a very soft brush and wipe it off with a microfiber. Okay, so I've managed to hoover and completely do all the leather inside. It's actually come up really well. This here was all shiny. It's now more of a matte colour, as you can see. But because the outside took me a little bit longer, because I had to double decon, I'm going to continue this tomorrow. So all I've got left to do is to steam all the inside. We'll get in all the nooks and crannies, such as all in here. There's all dirt in there, I don't know if you can really see it. But we'll really get in all them crannies and get all the dirt out. So come back and join me tomorrow and we'll continue. Welcome back, day 2 on the Ford Ranger. So yesterday we did the exterior. It's had the wax put on, and then I managed to get the hoovering done and all the leather cleaned. So today I'm going to be doing steaming. So all the interior surfaces are going to be deeply steamed, getting all the nooks and crannies, get rid of all the dirt, all the bacteria as well. Steam's very good for getting rid of bacteria. And then I'll do a final dress of all the inside, make sure we've got rid of all the stains. There's a couple of stains in the carpets I'm going to get rid of. And then we'll dress the car and the customer will come and collect it and see what he thinks.